Lucky swirl, lucky swirl. Lucky swirl, lucky swirl, lucky swirl. Oh, Lucky accidentally played the theme song twice. There we go. Lucky swirl, lucky swirl, lucky swirl. Hi, welcome to the Lucky Show. Welcome, every pony. Lucky swirl, lucky swirl, lucky swirl. Lucky's so happy to see people in the chat. Lucky's gonna move this over here. Just a little example of Lucky drawing for people who haven't seen Lucky drawing. Lucky swirl, lucky swirl, lucky swirl. Hi, welcome to the Lucky Show. We had technical difficulties. We had to start an hour late because of a fatal hard drive error, but it turns out it was not so fatal. It was okay. All the files are safe. Lucky is very grateful for support. Lucky, Lucky's computer is more optimized now. We have the USB stuff set up differently, so everything should be running much more smoothly. Yeah, the fatal error turned out to not be fatal. It's funny that they call it that. It's kind of a scary name. It sounds like it's gonna kill you, but it's fine. So now Lucky can draw. Lucky's really happy. This is Lucky's first time drawing on webcam, so Lucky's a little nervous, but it should be okay. Lucky's just a little bit shy. You can tell the webcam is a little janky. It's not the best quality. It's a little out of focus, but it'll be fun just to watch. And Lucky can put the drawings up on the screen in addition to drawing live, and that'll be fun. Also, Lucky can't afford a new sketchbook right now, so we're using this drawing pad. But that's okay. Lucky will get a new sketchbook soon. Yeah, just a flesh wound error. Not fatal. So what's Lucky gonna draw? Lucky had a list of ideas of things to draw. Lucky was making that list when the technical difficulties occurred, so we didn't finish. Lucky was gonna draw goggle bears. Lucky will put up an example of what a goggle bear is. Because people might not know about goggle bears. This is goggle bears. So Lucky's gonna try to draw some goggle bears fan art. Let's see. Yeah, wow, that drawing pad is yours. And we've had it a long time. It's kind of amazing that it's lasted so long. It's really, we're only getting through it now because Lucky's using it as sketchbook backup. Goggle bears, goggle bears. Lucky love goggle bears. Let's do a little warm up first. Gotta do a little Danny and Wormwood. Lucky's not used to drawing them on camera, so that wasn't the usual process. It felt a little unnatural because Lucky's a little nervous, but it'll be okay. Lucky's not used to being corporeal. You can see Wormwood ended up a little big here, but that's okay. Thing about drawing is the jankier it looks, the better it is usually. At first you're like, that's weird, and then later you're like, actually, this is the best thing. At least that's how Lucky feels about it. Lucky's gonna draw all the little guys. Here's Petey, and here's Mike, and here's Ruby. Ruby's gonna go over here. They all look a little silly, but that's okay. It's just a warm-up. Huge wormwood. Yeah, huge. That's why it says huge. Because wormwood got huge. That's a weird wormwood. We should draw a smaller wormwood. We have banished the huge wormwood. It's an abomination. Lucky's also gonna draw Behemoth. Behemoth is always a little bit harder to draw. You gotta really focus on the shapes. It always comes out a little wonky, but that's okay. Yeah. And let's also do this is Hemlock. This is Wormwood's mysterious counterpart, Mosquito. Here, Lucky's gonna get it a little more focused. Okay, and now Lucky's gonna draw Goggle Bears. So let's see, a Goggle Bear is like this. Lucky's never actually drawn a Goggle Bear. So this will be interesting. Lucky didn't get the shape quite right. But we can try again. Well, this one's like a little too lumpy, but it's kind of cute. I mean, maybe every Goggle Bear is unique. You never know. Lucky was having a little bit of Goggle Bear allergies today. Oh, that one's just completely wrong. Well, it's okay. Maybe Goggle Bears are very diverse and special. Lucky woke up today and was having some Goggle Bear experiences. Well, the most important thing is the faces, so let's draw the faces. Goggle Bear eyes. Goggle Bear noses. There we go. Oh, Lucky drew the noses like upside down. They're supposed to be the other way. I mean, that's okay. You know, there's nothing wrong with a strange Goggle Bear, but you gotta really try to capture the essence of a Goggle Bear. Yeah. Huge wormwood. Draw huge wormwood kissing Godzilla. Lucky's never drawn Godzilla. That might be hard, but Lucky could try. That's what drawing is all about, is trying to draw stuff you've never drawn before and seeing how it turns out. You gotta challenge yourself. Thank you. Thank you. The Goggle Bears are very cute. Lucky's happy with how they turned out. Lucky love Goggle Bears. Goggle Bears, Goggle Bears. They make Lucky really happy. Lucky's trying to center this here. Trying to get this on the webcam. It's difficult. There we go. Goggle Bears. Lucky loves them. They cause injuries. You can get a Jarek to them. Okay, Lucky's gonna hide the Goggle Bear image so that it does not interfere with the rest of the drawing stream. Lucky can probably hide this now too, now that we've got some actual drawings on the camera. Okay, Lucky's gonna look up reference images of Godzilla. This guy's hard to draw. This guy's got like a lot going on. He's got like big spikes. And that is like, it's the main thing, is he's got a lot of spikes. Huge wormwood, kissing Godzilla. Are they kissing like directly? Is this like just a little cheek kiss, a little kiss on the head? Unclear. Let's find out. Lucky's gonna draw. Yeah, something like Reptar. That's a good idea. Lucky's gonna look up Reptar. Reptar is just Godzilla, basically. That's a good way of like visualizing a cartoonified Godzilla. Okay, okay. Big dino with spikes. I mean, it's almost like Behemoth, but bipedal. Okay, so there's gonna be a dino, and it's like rawr. Um, rawr. Rawr. Just like that. And then it's got like little spikes. Spikes are interesting because they're kind of, each spike has its own spikes. And I think we can simplify that by just drawing them like that, just to suggest the presence of multiple spikes per spike. That's a pretty good Godzilla for a first try. I mean, we could probably do better, but like, yeah, it's important to look at a cartoony version of something so you can get an idea. Lucky looks up clip art. Anytime Lucky wants to draw like a prop, Lucky will just look up clip art of that prop because it's like, you want to know like the most simplified version of it that people have figured out. People have put a lot of thought and research into designing things. Thank you. Lucky's happy. Lucky's happy that you like Godzilla. He turned out really cute. I'm gonna draw Wormwood. Sorry, Lucky's brushing some dust off the pad. Lucky's gonna draw huge Wormwood kissing Godzilla. Here, Lucky's gonna put that there so you can see. Lucky didn't really know how to draw little kissy lips on Wormwood, so it turned out a little silly. But you get the idea. Wormwood's like, mwah, giving Godzilla a little smooch. It's really cute. Godzilla's just like, what? He's like, oh, thank you. Godzilla's pretty cool. Lucky's seen a couple Godzilla movies. Not very many, but at least a few. Lucky saw some old ones, and Lucky saw Shin Godzilla. That was pretty awesome. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for suggestions. Lucky will draw more. Maybe we can rip a page out of this, and then we can just have that over here while Lucky continues to draw. That's actually really convenient. Drawing pad's actually really nice for this. Yeah, this is fun. Lucky's having fun with webcam drawing. This is honestly really chill. Before we were like taking pictures of every drawing and then like sending them and importing them into OBS just so you could see them. But this is like really cute. Okay, Lucky drew that. Lucky's gonna think of what else to draw. Lucky has some ideas. We drew Goggle Bears. Oh yeah, Lucky was gonna draw some of the creatures from this one movie. Lucky saw this movie called Boys Go to Jupiter, and it's pretty cute. Lucky likes it a lot. Gives Lucky a lot of emotions. You look at it at first and you're like, is this gonna be good? And then as you watch it, it's like, it's good. And the visuals, like, they just keep getting better. It's beautiful. So Lucky's looking up reference. Lucky's gonna draw some of the little creatures from that. We've got this little creature. Let's see. It's got like a little antenna. And it's got like a little face. Yeah, I mean that's pretty close. It's a little off, but you get the idea. And then Lucky's gonna draw one of the other creatures. This one is like a little donut. And it's kind of got eyes like that. That was probably smaller than we needed to draw it, but and then this one has like opposite kind of eyes. They're like that. Yeah, something like that. Um, those were such simple designs that the drawing didn't end up being very exciting, um, but it turned out okay. Lucky's still getting the hang of this. Okay, let's try to draw something a little more complicated. Apparently yesterday was Make a Terrible Comic Day. Lucky didn't know about that. Lucky actually still doesn't know like where that even comes from. Like, I guess people celebrate this. People observe Make a Terrible Comic Day. I guess there's like a website with a whole history of it. Make a bunch of terrible comics that even you don't like. Keep doing it until they become less terrible. And then basically that day became Make a Terrible Comic Day. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's a good idea. People should do that. Lucky's gonna make a terrible comic. Lucky's made some comics that are like pretty good, so let's make some terrible ones. Um, this one's gonna be about Danny and Wormwood, and it's gonna be like, let's see, trying to keep Lucky in the camera view at all times. So Danny's gonna be like this. And Wormwood's gonna be like this. Wormwood ended up a little big again, but that's okay. Danny's like, hey, Wormwood. And Wormwood's like, what? And that's the first part of the comic. And then Danny's like, what does Danny say after that? What's like the worst thing Danny could say? Um, something terrible. Danny's gonna say something terrible happened. Something terrible happened. And then Wormwood's gonna be like really shocked by the news. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Lucky's lines are very deliberate. Lucky tries to be confident. I think the secret is that like even if the lines turn out wrong, it still looks cute and funny, and so you just got to be confident and make the lines, and if they turn out wrong, then so be it. And that helps Lucky be confident and make really deliberate lines. I mean, they look. It's like I think that's the secret is they look deliberate, but they're kind of just very free form. Sorry, Lucky's voice a little bit. Lucky has allergies, so Lucky is a little hoarse. Lucky ends up saying Lucky is a little hoarse on like half the streams, but that's what happens when you're a pony. You're often a little hoarse. Lucky makes that joke every time too, but it's a good joke. Yeah, Lucky's a little hoarse. Yeah, confidence is good. Lucky tries to be confident whenever possible. Okay, so Danny says, hey, Wormwood. Wormwood says, what? Danny says, something terrible happened. And Wormwood's like, ah. And Danny's like, Danny's gonna be like, just kidding. Because that's what it's like when you're an angel, is like, not a lot of terrible things happen. And Wormwood's reaction to that information is to just kind of be like, oh. Wormwood's just like, hmm. So this is Lucky's terrible comic. Hey Wormwood, what? Something terrible happened. Just kidding. It's it's honestly, as far as terrible comics go, it's not bad. It's pretty good. You know, it's kind of, nothing happens, but that's on purpose. That's the part of what's so terrible about it is that it just doesn't really have a punchline, but sometimes the lack of a punchline is even funnier. You don't always have to structure everything as a joke. Sometimes it's just silly. Thank you. Lucky is proud of the little horse bit. Yeah, Lucky's gonna do it every time and just pretend no one has ever heard it every time Lucky does it. Thank you, thank you. Lucky appreciates the encouragement. Lucky likes to make jokes that are not supposed to be funny, but they're funny to Lucky. Lucky's gonna take a picture of this comic immediately because It's a pretty good one. And Lucky wants to share it with the world. Oh, Lucky showed phone on camera. That was freaky. It was kind of meta. Lucky's gonna do that later. That's too scary. Lucky doesn't want to break reality with multiple layers of digital worlds on top of each other. Be too scary. Lucky also has to keep the chat open on phone, so this is easier. Lucky's still getting the hang of this. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, what next? Stream is still going, right? The preview on the phone looks completely blank, but looks like it's yay. Lucky's happy. Yay, yay, yay. We were having so many technical difficulties earlier that it's nice that nothing is going wrong. Every time something goes wrong, we fix it. It's like last time the internet went down, but then we called the guy out to fix it and we got a free router that's like way faster. And this time, Lucky's hard drive had a fatal error, but it turns out it was just like plugged into the wrong hole. And so Callie helped. She's really smart and she saves Lucky's life all the time. And she figured out how to plug the right things into the right holes. And so now the hard drive is working faster than ever. So every time we have technical difficulties, it just improves the performance of Lucky Stream. So Lucky's very happy. Lucky appreciates everyone supporting Lucky's dream of being an internet pony. Lucky wants to be the most popular pony on the internet and have 1 million viewers and be really famous and everyone will watch the Lucky Show. It'll be so much fun. Wow, thank you for whoever followed. Lucky has 20 followers now. Lucky's only 5 followers away from becoming a Philly, which is really exciting because Lucky wants to be a Twitch Philly. And then Lucky will be a professional pony. So thank you. Lucky's very grateful. Lucky made a terrible comic. Someone else suggested that Lucky draw Pee-Pee. Pee-Pee is a good guy. He's a good little guy, little character. How do you spell Pee-Pee? Lucky spelled it wrong. There we go. Lucky's gonna draw a basic Pee-Pee, which looks something like you get like this shape and this shape, and then you do like a little tail in the back, and then in the front you got like some ears. It's kind of Kerpo-like actually, if you're familiar with Kerpo. This is not turning out as good as Lucky hoped, but it's a pretty good Pee-Pee. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty decent. Lucky could draw more Pee-Pees and probably do a better job. But it's pretty cute. He's gonna zoom in on the Pee-Pee. Yeah. He's gonna rip this off very carefully. Kind of just, it's got that kind of, that glue where you can just kind of rip it off if you're very careful. Oh, but you gotta be careful not to rip it. There we go. Maybe we can get a better webcam setup. Actually, Em is going to maybe send us a nicer webcam, and Lucky is very grateful for that also. It's really exciting. Thank you, Em. Some kind of bendy thing for the webcam to. Lucky's headphones just turned off. Lucky said head cam. That's not a thing. Okay, now Lucky's gonna draw something else. Lucky drew many cute things. But now it's time to draw more things. Does anyone have any ideas for things Lucky could draw? Lucky could try tracing the shape of a Lucky. What if we did that? Lucky was going to put together like a whole list of ideas of things for Lucky to draw, but then Lucky only thought of a few things. So we didn't end up coming prepared. That's a pretty good Lucky outline. That's pretty cute. You can see the essence of Lucky in there. You can imagine the eyes. Bendy webcam arm. Lucky's so excited for that. That'll make it much easier to put the webcam at a fun angle, and then it'll be easier to like show the drawings up close without having to like maneuver around the monitor. Because right now the webcam, if you could see it, it's just propped up on a selfie stick and it's just poking down over the edge of the monitor. It's a pretty impressive setup, honestly, for like what we had lying around. But we can definitely do better with the bendy arm. That'll be really fun. Lucky wants to draw a lot more things. This is the first webcam drawing stream, so obviously it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment, but Lucky's hoping that we can draw a few more things than what we've already drawn. Draw a marble pony with visible organs. Lucky is not very good at drawing ponies, but Lucky wants to get better, so Lucky's going to practice. I mean, honestly, this is a pretty good outline of a pony, but that's not maybe how you draw a marble pony. Oh, Lucky bonked the mic. Marble pony. Is that like a pony in the shape of a marble or a pony made of marble? I guess you could do like, yeah, like see-through pony. Maybe kind of round, but not totally round. So like, marble pony, marble pony. It's like, Lucky's really not very practiced at drawing ponies. They don't turn out very good. I mean, that's kind of a pony. And then like, just kind of do like, well, that's not very, well, that's pretty good actually. It's not the worst pony. The mane is the hard part. Lucky's always struggled with hair. Well, that's like, it's like a decent outline of a pony, you know. You could refine it, but and then like, you know, a marble pony would have like really kind of shiny orb eyes, and then like the visible organs. Now this is the fun part. So you kind of have like a little twist of marble organs inside. I mean, honestly, from here it just looks like, you know, like a Pegasus wing almost, but maybe you've got, you know, like more swirls in here, you know, as kind of like the muscles and nerves. And then you've got like just kind of like a big swirl inside. Maybe the eyes look kind of weird because you can see through them. And you've got like some nerves going up here to the ears. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. Here is, really gotta, there we go, position that better. Here is Marble Pony with visible organs. Lucky's gotta draw things bigger so you can see them better. It looks pretty cool, honestly. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Lucky's happy you like it. Lucky might explore this more. Lucky's gonna like... that didn't turn out very good. Lucky's trying to practice drawing like pony faces. I mean, at first it was okay, and then it kind of... How do you get the... Well, that's pretty good. You know, you can kind of do a horn, and maybe the mane kind of goes like that. Perspective is hard. Lucky's gonna kind of do like that. And then like that. So you gotta just like challenge yourself sometimes. You gotta just like be okay with completely messing up, and then sometimes something beautiful will come of it. You know, like this is not the optimal pony perspective, but the result is pretty cute. And so sometimes you just gotta be brave enough to try that. Oh, Lucky didn't realize that wasn't very visible. Here we go. Pony. You know, it's not perfect, but with practice it could probably get better. You know, you can learn what works and what doesn't. So that's a pony, and then Lucky's gonna make it a really weird pony. Lucky's gonna, give it like, yeah, there we go. A little bit of that. A little bit of that. Didn't know which side to draw the mane on, so we kind of went with both sides. You know, we can kind of emphasize the hoofs a little bit. And then we can do like the marble organs. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, this is such a cool concept. And we can kind of like, yeah, that should go like that. Maybe we can kind of like shade parts of it to show that there's like color variation throughout. Lucky really likes this. Thank you. It is super cute. Lucky's pretty proud of this. Lucky's gonna add a few more of the little swirls. Yeah, that's really cute. Oh yeah, and this part needs to be shaded also. Imagining that the swirls could kind of branch off into smaller swirls. Yeah, this is beautiful. Lucky try to show it. There we go. Marble pony. Lucky wants to draw more of these. It's really fun. Lucky wants to draw more ponies in general. Oh, you know, maybe this should be shaded also. Just like that. Beautiful. This one didn't turn out as good, but Lucky's gonna give it some eyes. And actually, yeah, once you add the eyes, it's not too bad. That's really cool. Even when you think something's bad, you can still make it interesting. That's why it's important to always have fun when you draw. It doesn't matter if you make the thing you're trying to make, because you'll make something beautiful no matter what. It's an emergent process. Let's see. Ponies like that. The tail ended up wrong, but that's okay. Yeah, that's cute. This one's got like um, like a UFO cutie mark. Some kind of alien pony beyond the stars. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. I once had a tiny marble with like a whole kelp forest in its organs. Wow. Oh, that's so cool. Wow. That sounds beautiful. Oh, Lucky would love to see something like that. Lucky used to collect a lot of marbles. One time Lucky was on the way to a guitar lesson. Lucky was walking to the guitar lesson and carrying the guitar and left a little early that day, and was hoping not to be late. And Lucky was walking down like an alley to take a shortcut, and Lucky found marbles spilled like all down the alley, like as if someone had just been like biking or driving down the alley and like their marbles just like spilled open and they dropped their marbles everywhere. There were just marbles all down the alley. I mean, maybe they were trying to do like some James Bond kind of stuff and like make a car um, hit the marbles and have trouble driving. But I think it was an accident. But there were just marbles everywhere. But on the way back, uh, they were still there. And Lucky was a kid and just kind of thought, you know, no one's coming back for these marbles. They're just kind of scattered all over the alley. Lucky's gonna just collect as many as possible and put them in the guitar case. And so Lucky brought a bunch of marbles home. And in retrospect, maybe someone wanted to come back for those marbles, and so Lucky feels kind of bad that they didn't get their marbles. But but Lucky ended up with a lot of marbles and had a big collection, and it was really fun. Lucky had so many marbles and had so much fun with them. Lucky loved marbles. Thank you, mysterious marble dropper, for losing your marbles so that Lucky could have them. Oh, Lucky forgot to shade the tail. There you go. Oh, oh, Lucky's getting warm. The weather's getting warmer here. Lucky's gotta get this blanket off. There's a blanket keeping Lucky warm, but it's too hot. It's finally summer. During a stream recently, Lucky said it was almost summer. And later, Lucky looked at the calendar and realized that actually during that stream it had already been summer. Lucky was just mistaken as to when the solstice was. Lucky thought it was almost the solstice, and it turns out that it was actually the solstice had passed. And so Lucky feels very silly for saying that on stream. Lucky will never stop being embarrassed about this for the rest of Lucky's career as an internet pony. Lucky will always remember that time Lucky didn't know when summer was. Exactly, they lost their marbles and they never got them back, and someone else took them. And that's what happens when you don't give people enough resources for their mental health. You know, if you go to therapy, you can get your marbles back if you had lost them. You just go to the therapist and you're like, I lost my marbles, and your therapist is like, I found them. You dropped them, and then they can hand them back to you, and then you have your marbles back. But if you don't have a therapist, then who's going to pick up all your marbles and give them back to you? Your marbles will be lost forever. Lou just woke up and she was laughing at Lucky. Lucky gets all the credit for the joke, even though it was someone in chat being funny. That's the perks of being a streamer. Lucky's gonna remove this page also. And then Lucky's gonna draw on the next page. Maybe we can keep some of these pages scattered around so people can see them. Yeah, there we go. That's cute. That's more fun. Let's keep that over there. Yeah, this is awesome. This is really fun. Lucky's enjoying streaming. Lucky is gonna think about other stuff Lucky could draw. What's something Lucky could draw really good? Lucky's pretty good at drawing Wormwood. Lucky kind of draws the same characters over and over, which is why it's good to take suggestions and try new things. But maybe Lucky could draw like a really good Wormwood. Just like hanging out on a cloud. I mean, it's not even the best Wormwood as far as Wormwoods go, but it's pretty good. Lucky could also draw Behemoth, just kind of like poking up over here. Behemoth's always just kind of like hanging out. It's unclear if Behemoth actually like came back with them to heaven, or if Behemoth is just like still on the ground. Lucky kind of messed up the horn, but that's okay. It's unclear if Behemoth is just like still on the surface and just kind of like reaching up into the clouds, or if Behemoth is like living in heaven. One of the ideas that we had for the lore, Lou helps with the lore a lot, and One of the ideas we had is that there's like the Rainbow Bridge Island where all the dogs go when they go to heaven. But the angels are like, they don't know what a dog is. They're just like, what is this? And so they just like put them all on the island. Like a dog shows up in heaven and they're just like, yeah, put it on the island. Just toss it on the pile. And so there's just like an island full of dogs, and that's where they put Behemoth because they're like, this is a puppy, obviously. This is some kind of whatever it is. It's similar to a dog, and so they just leave it on the dog island. And so Behemoth is just like constantly surrounded by puppies. And Lucky thinks that's a pretty fun idea. Behemoth just lives on Puppy Island. Lucky could try to draw Behemoth on Puppy Island. Let's see, what does a puppy look like? That's like barely a puppy. Let's try some other puppies. I mean, obviously they're going to be pretty small compared to Behemoth. I mean, really, a puppy is kind of like a goggle bear, if you think about it. That's a pretty good puppy. And then there can be like another kind of puppy. It's just like sitting there. Every puppy is special and unique. It's true in real life also. Let's add one more puppy. Actually, I think we could use another puppy. Yeah. And they're all just kind of looking at Behemoth like, what the heck is this puppy? This is such a big puppy. And this is Behemoth on Puppy Island. This is where they keep this guy. It's Wormwood's best friend, apart from Danny. Danny and Wormwood are best friends, but Behemoth is also Wormwood's favorite little creature. Puppies. Yeah. Puppies are so fun to draw. They're all different. Lucky doesn't have a standard way of drawing puppies, so they always turn out different. But that's what's fun about puppies, is that no two puppies are alike. Well, we are approaching 1 hour of streaming. So Lucky's gonna take a short break, and then we'll be back with more drawing. Lucky's gonna maybe try to go the full 3 hours. Since we started late, we might just go an hour late. So we can stream the full 3 hours, because Lucky feels bad for having to cut the beginning off. But we'll see. We'll see how Lucky's feeling after the second hour. But for now, Lucky's gonna get some water, and yeah, Lucky will be back very soon. Oh yeah, the music. Here we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. swirl. Lucky swirl, lucky swirl, lucky swirl. Lucky swirl, lucky swirl. Lucky swirl, lucky swirl, lucky swirl. Lucky swirl, lucky swirl. Hi, Lucky is back. Lucky took a break. Lucky is excited to draw more. Thank you for watching the Lucky Show. Lucky is going to get more paper so Lucky can draw more stuff. Yay, yay, yay. Lucky is back, Lucky is back. What should Lucky draw now? Lucky should have thought of something during the break, but Lucky was mostly busy just hydrating, taking breaths and stuff, doing some breathing, keeping an eye on Lucky blood pressure and stuff. Lucky wants to draw more comic. Lucky wants to draw a comic about Danny and Wormwood doing something funny. Lucky's gonna draw something cute. It's summer. Lucky should draw Danny and Wormwood doing something summery. Lucky doesn't know if they would go to the beach. Lucky's never imagined Danny like. I mean, I guess they could just like hang out at the beach. Lucky was like imagining Danny with like a swimsuit and like what would that even look like? But maybe they just go to the beach and they just hang out by the water. Yeah. And they can like have ice cream maybe. That would be really fun. And it could be really sunny. So let's see, there could be like some water. Be like some water because you're on the beach, and then there could be like something like that. Some dunes, and then you've got like maybe some foreground water, show some layers, show some perspective. And then you have like Danny and Wormwood just like hanging out on the beach. They turned out a little silly. That's okay. Danny's got like an ice cream cone with like a little cherry on it. And like multiple flavors. Yeah, it looks really good. And then Wormwood is also there. Because these two are inseparable. And Wormwood is just licking the ice cream. Wormwood is like a little cat. Yeah, that looks it's maybe not recognizable as a tongue, but you get the idea. I mean, maybe we could draw like, now that we've got the general concept, we could try to draw something like closer up. And I mean, maybe they have like, a little beach towel like that, and like maybe like a little umbrella of some kind. And like, the umbrella's got like different colors. And we got like a visual tangent there, but we'll clean this up in the final version. This is just the draft. This is the proof of concept, right? And then now that we have our concept, this is the thing is Lucky has aphantasia and cannot visualize, so you have to outline the drawing, get a visual reference. And once you've seen it, then you understand it spatially. And then you can be like, okay, Danny is over here enjoying some ice cream. And gotta draw the eyes a little bigger. And you got wings. And then you've got the ice cream. And it's got some different flavors, and it's got a little cherry on top. And it's got a waffle cone. And you've got like a little blanket there. And then you've got wormwood. And wormwood's like, I think we should start with the tongue because that's in the foreground. We want to get that right. Yeah, that's pretty good. Um, well, that turned out a little silly, but you get the idea. This is not the best wormwood tongue we could have drawn, but I mean honestly, like again, at first you're like, that doesn't look right, that's not quite wormwood. But the more you look at it, it's like the weirdness kind of makes it fun, It's good to see stuff drawn in different ways than you would normally draw them. And that's what makes it fun that your characters are not just static, models, not just like little vector guys you're copying and pasting everywhere. These are like organic, fluid beings that always look a little bit different depending on how you draw them, and that's what's fun about drawing. That's how Lucky feels about it. Let's shade this a little bit. Show that we got some color here. And then like, this is where the water can be now. You still get a sense of like beach fun times. That's Danny and Wormwood sharing ice cream. Lucky's gonna show that a little bit closer. Yeah, they're having so much fun. Lucky could have drawn Wormwood a little bit better, but honestly, this is pretty cute. It looks really yummy. It looks like Neapolitan or like, I don't know, something like that. Yay, yay, yay. That's really fun. That looks really fun and yummy. It makes Lucky happy to think about ice cream. Um, Careful not to rip the page. As we remove it from the thing. Yay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lucky hopes everyone is having a nice time. Hope the chat is not lagging behind. Sometimes it does that, but it seems like it's okay. Lucky hopes everyone's having a nice day. It's always fun to draw. Drawing stream is always relaxing. Lucky's gonna put that right there. Yay, yay, yay. What else could Lucky draw? Let's see. What else is there in the universe that can be drawn? Could try to think of some other fun summary things Danny and Wormwood could be doing. What else do people do in summer? I mean, honestly, getting ice cream is like one of the best things, and going to the beach, and we already drew those two things. You can also like see some fireworks sometimes. It's a nice time for that. Have a little summer festival. Maybe Danny and Wormwood are watching some fireworks. There's a little cat meowing next to Lucky. I don't know if you can hear that. Lucky is trying to look at the, there we go. Stream was being silly. Lucky's gonna post a Lucky in the chat. Yay. Okay, Lucky's gonna draw Danny and Wormwood looking at some fireworks. This is fun because Lucky's gonna get to draw Danny and Wormwood from behind, which is always a little bit of a challenge. Danny's kind of like that. And Wormwood is like that. And then maybe there's fireworks, and they're like, Lucky needs to look up reference image of fireworks to get an idea of like how to do the lines. You know, I mean, you can imagine just like little bursts of things, but maybe there's little tricks you can use. Some little stars and sparkles can help. Yeah, maybe like, it's kind of like pew, 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 pew. That's the sound fireworks make. Pew, pew, pew. Got like a little burst in the middle. And then you got like little stars and sparkles. You know, certainly no particular type of fireworks here. We're not trying to be patriotic or anything. It's just a summer celebration. Enjoying the warmth. Tempting fate as we launch flammable things into the sky on the warmest night. I mean, the humidity helps probably, right? I imagine if it's humid, then there's less of a danger of fire. Yeah, that looks pretty cute. That looks like fireworks. And maybe, they're like hanging out with some clouds. They're usually doing that in heaven. It's unclear, like, when they're at the beach, it's unclear where this beach is. If this is like in heaven or like on the surface or just on like in some hypothetical version of just the normal world. It's always a little bit unclear where Danny and Wormwood live. It's part of the mystery. But here they are enjoying some fireworks. Maybe they can be doing other stuff too. Oh, Lucky's gonna put that close so you can see it. Yeah. They're like, wow. Lucky really likes fireworks. They're really pretty. Okay, Lucky drew those things. Lucky's gonna try to think of other stuff to draw. Trying to think of like other summer things. I mean, again, we can just look at clip art for inspiration. Just like what is stuff that is like cartoony stuff you can do in the summer. You could like could wear some sunglasses. Um, really, what else is there? Streamer pony on the internet trying to figure out what people do outside in real life. Could like, it's like swimming is a thing you can do, but really don't know how Danny and Wormwood would swim. Lucky's never really thought about Danny's anatomy beneath the little angel dress, you know? Oh, Lucky forgot to add the little design there, by the way. There we go. So it might be difficult to draw Danny wearing anything else. And it might be hard to swim in that. I mean, Wormwood could be swimming. Maybe Wormwood's just like hanging out in the pool. And then Wormwood's got like sunglasses of some kind. Lucky didn't draw enough lines. That's 5 when it should be 6. Well, that's okay. Maybe it's uneven. Maybe we can go like that. We can kind of shade it like that. Well, that didn't turn out as good as Lucky hoped, but you get the idea. Um, Wormwood's on like a little floaty thing. It's not very good. This one this one was not the best. I mean, again, that's just the first draft. Maybe we could do a better one, but I don't know. I don't know about that one. But Lucky does like the fireworks. The fireworks turned out really cute. We'll keep that. It's a pretty nice collection of drawings. This always happens. Lucky is just desperately trying to think of more things to draw. It feels like when we're on the stream, it's like intimidating to like get into something big, you know, like we drew that little comic, but then it's like I guess Lucky's like trying not to get too tired, and so it can be it can be intimidating to try to like draw something really elaborate or long that we have to commit to. But Lucky wants to get more comfortable doing that kind of thing. Because obviously the drawing stream will be more fun when it's less like just random little doodles and more like, you know, Lucky could draw like a whole comic about Danny and Wormwood doing something fun. Maybe next time we can prepare more of a plan for that. We can like come in with a script, you know, like a full story outline, and then try to draw that. And you can see something bigger come together. This is the first time on webcam, so it's okay that we're just doing little doodles. Plus, Lucky can't afford a new sketchbook right now, but maybe next time we can do something bigger. For now, it's fun to do little comics at least. Lucky's trying to think of more things to draw. Oh, Lucky bunked the mic. Every time that happens, Lucky hopes it's not too loud. Don't want to just make a big loud noise. Frighten all the ponies watching the stream. Lucky's thinking. Pony thinking. Pony is thinking a lot. Pony is just trying to think of ideas, trying to use imagination. Lucky loves having fun and using imagination. Some of Lucky's favorite activities. It would be fun to draw Danny and Wormwood doing more fun things. The ice cream drawing is really cute, and the fireworks are cute. I don't know what else Danny and Wormwood could do. Maybe they could go to a carnival and do some carnival games. Lucky's gonna get some inspiration for carnival games. Let's see. Danny could be like throwing some hoops to try to get him on bottles. Throwing a tea party for Goggle Bears. That's such a good idea. Okay. Well, carnival game is a cute idea, but Lucky wants to draw Goggle Bear tea party because that sounds really, really cute. Okay. Yeah, actually, Lucky's gonna draw that. Goggle Bear tea party with Danny and Wormwood. Thank you for the suggestion. That's super cute. Okay, we've got Lucky's gonna look up what a teapot looks like because that's the most important part of a tea party is you gotta have a teapot. That's the center of everything. That's where the tea comes from, after all. It's not the best teapot, but maybe it has like a little base. Yeah, okay. Now it looks like you can tell that's a teapot, and that's what's important in a cartoon. It's just that you communicate the concept. And then, if everyone has little teacups, you can just be like, there's a teacup, and it's got some tea in it. And there's a teacup, and it also has some tea. And then this is the best part, is that you've also got Gago Bears. And then also Danny and Wormwood have to be there. Wormwood can be like over here. I turned out a little silly, but that's okay. Wormwood's just like contemplating the tea, but then Danny's gonna actually be holding the teacup. Although I guess the question is like, where does Danny even fit in here? Maybe Danny can just be like poking up over the cloud, right? Maybe they've got like a little cloud surface here. And then Danny is just like hanging out over here, much bigger than everyone else at the tea party. Still having a good time. Yeah, and then, you've got like a little bit of steam coming off the tea to show that it's hot. And then you gotta give the Gago Bears their faces. Yeah. Um, and really, I mean, that's it. That's the Gago Bears tea party. Lucky's trying to think if there's like anything else. Kiri's awake. Hi, Kiri. Good morning. Thank you. Thank you. Gago Bears are so cute. Lucky love Gago Bears. Good morning, Kiri. Lucky hopes you slept good. Lucky just drew Danny and Wormwood having a tea party with Gago Bears. Lucky's gonna see if there's anything else that is important for a tea party. I mean, we could draw some little treats of some kind. But honestly, I mean, this just looks so good. This is just the perfect drawing. Lucky's really happy with this. Maybe Danny needs like another arm. Yeah, that's good. That's the Gago Bears tea party. Yeah, Danny's like a little out of it. Danny's like kind of confused. Danny's like, Gago Bears are real? Danny didn't realize this. Just kind of dissociating at the Gago Bears tea party. Really gotta um, get this webcam set up to focus better, but you get the idea. Goggle Bear's Tea Party. Oh yeah. Yeah. Lucky should show Kiri all the drawings for people who are just catching up, including Kiri. Here's all the stuff Lucky's been drawing. Um, Lucky drew Danny and Wormwood watching some fireworks because it's summertime and they're having summer fun. Here they are enjoying some ice cream on the beach. Wormwood's like, yummy. So that's some cute stuff. And then Lucky drew, this was the first page. Lucky was just warming up. Lucky drew Wormwood kissing Godzilla. And this was the first drawings of Goggle Bears Lucky drew. And here's just all of the angel guys. And then Lucky also drew, this is like Wormwood and Behemoth. This is Behemoth on the island of puppies. That's where they keep Behemoth when he goes to heaven. They don't know what to do with Behemoth, so they're like, well, you're probably a puppy. So you can go to the island of puppies across the Rainbow Bridge where all the heaven puppies go. And then this was Lucky drew a suggestion, which was a marble pony with visible organs, with like the marble organ swirls. And so Lucky drew a couple marble ponies. And also this like alien pony that turned out a little weird. And this is just like tracing Lucky in real life because Lucky's here in real life. You get the idea. And then Lucky drew. These are some guys from a movie Lucky saw. This is PP, and this was for yesterday was Make a Terrible Comic Day, and so Lucky made a terrible comic about Danny and Wormwood. Danny says, "Hey Wormwood," Wormwood says, "What?" And Danny says, "Something terrible happened," and Wormwood's like, "Whoa," and Danny says, "Just kidding." And that's the end of Lucky's terrible comic about terrible things. And that's everything Lucky drew today. But that's just in the first hour and a half. We started late because Lucky had technical difficulties. Lucky had a fatal error on the hard drive, but it turned out to not be so fatal, so it was okay. And Kelly helped fix it. You drew a Kerpo for Terrible Comic Day? Lucky wants to see a Terrible Kerpo comic. Lucky wants to see. Lucky will go look at your internet presence and see if Lucky can find it. Lucky is scrolling. Wow, the 3D Kerpo is looking really cool. Yeah, that's a really good Kerpo comic. Yeah. Lucky's gonna post Lucky's comic later, and hopefully it'll be okay that Lucky did it late. I mean, that's the most terrible thing of all, is if you don't do it on the right day. Now Lucky's just distracted looking at Kiri's posts, so Lucky's not gonna look at social media anymore. Lucky is easily distracted by fun toys. Wow. Okay, Lucky is snapping out of it. Oh yeah, there it is, so chat can see. Lucky was just looking at it. The Kerpo comic is really good. Lucky loves it. Yeah, Curious Fun Toys. Lucky was talking about websites, but Lucky is also distracted by Kiri being fun toy. Lucky is also toy. You can see right here. Lucky's a fun little toy. Lucky. Lucky once heard of someone dating someone who they called their toy friend, and Lucky is thinking about that a lot. Lucky has been thinking about being toy friend. Yeah, Lucky loves that. Lucky is a little toy pony. As you can see here also. And here. Pony toy, pony toy. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Lucky swirl. Lucky swirl, lucky swirl. Lucky swirl, lucky swirl, lucky swirl. Lucky swirl, lucky swirl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So anyway, that's all the drawings, and then this is the most recent drawing, and it's the Goggle Bears Tea Party. Lucky loved Goggle Bears. Lucky had an image of Goggle Bears earlier. Is that it? No, that's the one. Goggle Bears. This is the original Goggle Bears. Lucky doesn't know where this came from or how long ago, but Lucky's always thinking about Goggle Bears. My sleepy brain wires got crossed and I thought the phrase spider worms. How can be spider and worm? Worms have no legs, spiders are all legs. That's a good point. Yeah, what would a spider worm be? Tiger worms had feet, that's true. So a spider worm would be like a worm with spider legs? Maybe? Spider worms. Lucky's gonna try that. As soon as Kiri gets in the chat, we have like so much drawing inspiration. We have so many concepts. Right away we got spider worms. Kiri's got a really good imagination. Okay, so there's a worm, and then spider would be like, Lucky's gonna look up pictures of spiders and try not to get scared. Spiders are really cute. There's many kinds, so you never know like what kind of legs you're drawing. Jumping spiders are like super cute. What is a tiger worm? Tiger worms are what we drew last time, or maybe the time before that. Kiri is a powerful muse. If a centipede was a gummy. Yeah, jumping spiders are so cute, especially the ones with like the little zebra patterns. Jumping spiders are friends. They'll like recognize you and like recognize themselves in mirrors, I think. Jumping spiders are like the cutest things ever. They're like really sweet little friends, and they're tiny and they have cute faces and they jump, and they're like, they don't do anything scary because they don't have like really big long scary legs. You know, not that it's wrong for spiders to be scary like that, but you know, it can be hard to be around them when they're so scary. But jumping spiders are just so cute. They're like little baby kittens. They've got like big shiny eyes and everything. Okay, so Lucky's looking at pictures of spider legs. We've got the worm, and then we're gonna add some legs to that. Yeah. I mean, honestly, if Lucky saw this in real life, not sure if it would be scary or just like really funny and cute and silly. It might depend on the size and like how fast it moves and stuff like that. Kind of like make these legs a little bit thicker. There's a cat meowing in real life. Lucky doesn't know if you can hear that. Lucky accidentally drew these legs with like fewer segments on this side. But that's okay. Sometimes the spider worms are born with strange legs. We're still nice to them. Is that what it takes to be a spider worm? Do they have little like guys in the front? Little like chompy guys. Like meh, meh, something like that. That's kind of creepy. Once you add the little guys in the front, then it's like they have intent. They have like a sense of like direction, and that makes them a little more ominous. They have agency. That's so cute. People who keep jumpies as pets have issues with getting bit by them because they sometimes have too much cat brain. That's so cute. Lucky wouldn't mind getting bit by a jumping spider unless it hurts a lot. I mean, you might get little bites on you. I didn't know they bite. That's cute. Somehow that makes them cuter. Lucky doesn't know how bugs work. Like, why are some bugs scary and some bugs are not scary? But somehow jumping spiders are just really cute and nice, and it's like even cuter if they bite you. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, cats attack your feet because they moved. Their brain didn't process not food before processing movement detected. They see movement and they just jump at it. That happened to Lucky. Lucky got attacked by a cat. Lucky got scratched directly on the eyeball. That's scary. Lucky shouldn't say that on stream. That'll scare people away. Lucky doesn't want to scare anyone. But it was a crazy thing that happened. Lucky was just near a cat, and the cat kind of like woke up from a nap and saw Lucky's eyelashes, I guess, or just saw Lucky blinking and was like, time to attack. And so Lucky got scratched on the eyeball and had to go to the eye doctor and like get special medicine, get like eye drops, and eyes got really like dilated, and Lucky had to like cover them up and be like blindfolded for a little bit. Lucky just had to like be blind for a day or two because the dilation was so intense that the light would have been too strong. So Lucky had to just like protect Lucky's eyes. Just one eye though, and that's the story of Lucky's eye getting attacked by a cat. Lucky sensory deprivation day, yeah. Honestly, we should do more of that. I mean, sometimes when Lucky has a headache, Lucky will just like cover up Lucky's eyes and or ears and just kind of nap all day. It can be pretty fun. Jumping spiders biting fingers is pretty cute. Lucky sometimes get cats bites. Lucky gets bit by cats and it's cute. Sometimes when you're petting our one baby, he'll just bite your hand. He's usually pretty gentle, but sometimes it's kind of pokey and it's like, ow. Yeah, spider worm needs a tiger worm friend. Let's add a tiger worm. Tiger worms are a little bit bigger. Lucky's just drawing tiger worm from memory. Lucky's hoping this is accurate. Yeah, it's a pretty good tiger worm. Let's clean up the lines on this guy a little bit. Yeah. There, now they're friends. Tiger worm and spider worm. They're not at the tea party, but maybe they're like hanging out near the tea party. They're like, that looks fun. We should have a tea party. Tea party for worms, for different kinds of worms. Lucky should spread the drawings out more so people can see the drawings. That's how we did it before. Yeah. Worm tea party, tiny cups. Yeah, okay, Lucky will draw a worm tea party. Tea parties are just cute. There's something cute about a tea party. Everyone's got their cup, and they're all hanging out, and that's just like, that's cute. Okay, worm tea party. We got worm. We got other worm. And maybe like one more worm. Yeah, that'll have to do. And then the worms have tiny little teacups. And then they've got their little worm teacup. I mean, teapot, the other one, the big one. Yeah, and it looks like that. And maybe there's like a mushroom for scale. And that's the worm tea party. They're having worm tea. It's made of dirt. Let's see, what did the chat say? Your paper says huge despite being smaller than standard papers. That's true. Bold design choice. Yeah, I mean, it's a huge pad. Um, it's a huge pad of paper. It's a firm I interviewed at once upon a time. Has to be like 10-year-old paper at least. Yeah, huge and firm. That's true. Yeah, kerpos are mushrooms, but kerpos are not good for scale because kerpos could be all kinds of sizes. It's impressive that the paper is 10 years old. I mean, it's very nice looking. It's not like yellowy or anything. Very good paper. Huge and firm paper. Oh. Yeah, I mean, yellow paper is still good. Nothing wrong with that. It's just impressive that this paper has stayed so white over the years. Lucky swirl, lucky swirl, lucky swirl. This is the original lucky swirl. Lucky got this lucky in like a blind box like a long time ago, back when those were in stores. And that's how Lucky became Lucky. Lucky was a signed pony at blind box. That's where Lucky came from. And the card said, Lucky Swirl loves playing games. No matter if she wins or loses, she always has fun. And so Lucky has always remembered that. And you can see this Lucky has like a little bit of glitter still on it from just like some glitter encounters. This Lucky has been through a lot. This Lucky has been on mountains and airplanes and all kinds of things. Lucky has traveled the world, not the whole world, but some parts of it. Lots of Lucky adventures. Lucky should draw more things. Lucky's gonna put this over here. And then Lucky's gonna draw something else. What else should Lucky draw? Yeah, mountain climber Lucky. Lucky used to have photos. I don't know if they exist anymore. I don't think so. But Lucky used to take photos of Lucky going places and like post them on the internet. That was maybe like one of the first like pony travel blogs. But I don't think the pictures are still there. And so no one remembers the legacy of Lucky, but that's okay. Because now Lucky is online again. Lucky draw, lucky draw, lucky draw. Lucky wants to draw Danny and Wormwood doing carnival games. There's gonna be like some bottles. It's gonna be like it's gonna be some bottles that you gotta try to get some hoops onto. And like Danny's gonna be like over here, like trying really hard to line up the shot. Staring intensely at it. And actually, what if that's just Danny's halo? What if Danny's not having a halo right now because this is what's going on with Danny's halo? You have to use it for the game. There's a cat meowing. I don't know if you can hear. He's going crazy. He's meowing so much. Oh, draw a Warren's frame. Kerpo stuck in a bottle. That's a good idea. Thank you. Lucky likes difficult ideas. Lucky likes a challenge. Lucky will draw Kerpo stuck in a bottle after this. So Wormwood's going to be over here. And Wormwood is also watching. Wormwood is like, whoa. Wormwood really wants Danny to make that shot because if they land it, they'll get a really special prize. It's like a ring already around this bottle, just to kind of like entice you and convince you that it can be done. That line got a little messed up, but you get the idea. Yeah, okay. That's Danny and Wormwood playing carnival game. Trying to hit the bottles. They're in the foreground. I think you can tell. Yeah. Okay, well, it's been another hour, so Lucky's gonna take a short break, and when Lucky gets back, Lucky's gonna draw a Kerpo stuck in a bottle. And maybe some other stuff. Normally the stream would be over now, but since we started an hour late, Lucky's gonna go an extra hour. So we can get more drawing done. So Lucky will be right back. Yay. Thank you, everypony. Lucky will see you soon. Lucky will be back in like maybe 10 minutes. Yeah. Lucky swirl. swirl, lucky swirl. Lucky swirl, lucky swirl. Lucky swirl. Lucky swirl, lucky swirl. Oh, 1 second. Lucky swirl, lucky swirl, lucky swirl. Lucky swirl, lucky swirl. Hi, hi, hi. Welcome back, every pony. Lucky had a break. Lucky ate a Lucky S'more, and it was so yummy. Lucky S'more is gluten-free graham cracker and square of semi-sweet chocolate. You have to get the right brand so it doesn't have like evil metals in it that'll poison you. Like you get to your deli, and then it has really good peanut butter, and then you put it all together and it's a Lucky S'more. You can have a marshmallow on the side if you want a marshmallow, but the point of a Lucky S'more is that it's easy, so you just put peanut butter on it, and then it's really yummy. Lucky love Lucky S'more. It was so good. Aw, Lucky's happy you're back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Warframe is so fun. We're excited for Warframe next week. Lucky is tentatively planning Warframe Wednesday for next week. We're finally going to do it. We're going to all group up, hopefully like 4 of us all together, maybe even 5. We'll see if we can get other people involved. And then we can all play Warframe. So we'll do that on Wednesday, maybe all day or maybe like after an hour of Overwatch. Not sure yet. And it'll be Warframe Wednesday, and it'll be really, really cute. Lucky can show off all Lucky's frames, and it'll be really, really fun. Also, Lucky was looking up reference images for carnival games, and one of them was like a product at Walmart that's like a carnival game kit. And the preview of the description and the search results, it says, there's no need to erect a big top to enjoy some carnival fun. And Lucky knows what they mean. Like that's like a normal thing to say. But Lucky got a little bit of a giggle out of erect a big top. So Lucky thought you might enjoy that. If you're watching the stream and you wanted a silly little joke that Lucky saw. Yeah, exactly. Erect a big top is a thing that you could say that I guess Walmart said. Streamer sound issue. Oh yeah. Lucky doesn't know how to deal with that. Lucky doesn't know how to do volume. Volume is hard. Sound is hard. The loudness wars. Well, anyway, Lucky's going to draw a Kerpo stuck in a bottle. Okay, let's go. Let's go. We got some bottles up there, but this will be a different bottle. This will be like, maybe we can do like a sideways bottle. And to do that, you just have to put the paper sideways and then draw the bottle. It's a pretty good bottle. And then Lucky's gonna draw a Kerpo stuck inside it. A Kerpo stuck in the top of a bong. That's so cute. Oh, and one of the carnival game bottles. Yeah, I mean we could do that too, but Lucky already drew this bottle, so I guess there's no turning back now. This must be the Kerpo bottle. So Lucky's gonna draw the Kerpo inside it, and the Kerpo is gonna be. Oh, Lucky coughed right into the mic. That probably sounded terrible. Lucky needs to remember to mute. Okay, so Lucky's going to draw the Kerpo. Yeah, there's the Kerpo. Kerpo can't get out of the bottle. The hole is too small. Kerpo is stuck forever. Sorry, Kerpo. Maybe we can break the bottle open and rescue you. Lucky really enjoys having Kerpo as just like a recurring guest character on Lucky streams. Oh, put a boat outside the bottle. Yeah. Yeah, Kerpo could probably just squoosh out of there. Okay, Lucky's gonna put a boat outside the bottle. The Kerpo is like, how did this happen? The boat was supposed to be the one inside the bottle. Okay, Lucky has to draw a boat now. That's gonna be even harder. Lucky's gonna look up pictures of boat. There's so many kinds of boats. This one looks pretty good. Okay, you got like boat, 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 boat. This one might be too big, actually. And I guess the point is that it's supposed to be impressive that such a big boat fits inside a bottle, but this boat might be too big to even be inside the bottle. But maybe that's why it's outside. It's got like some masts, and it's got like one of these guys. Forget what that's called. There's a name for it. And it's got like some sails. Let's see, that's already pretty crazy. This boat is a little messed up, but that's all right. And we're just gonna take some liberties with it. We're just gonna assume that this is what this boat looks like. It's just got like some guys, you know. I don't know. It's a boat, you know. There's all kinds of boats in this crazy world. Maybe it's got like some little sticky outy parts, and it's got like some of these little guys, you know. Maybe like some other parts that go like you know, it's complicated. It's a complicated device with all kinds of ropes and things. I mean, who's to say how a boat works? No one's ever seen one in real life. That's not a very good boat, but Lucky tried. Maybe it's got like a little thing up there, you know, and like some little details, you know. It doesn't really matter as long as you convey the idea. That's what's important in a drawing. Communicating through your art. Thank you. Yeah, Kerpo removed the boat, and now it's Kerpo bottle. Kerpo was like, boat, get out of here. Kerpo lives in here. But now Kerpo doesn't know how to get out. Yeah, I guess Lucky could have just drawn like a really basic, like, yeah, semicircle with triangle on top. I mean, you can just do that. Yeah, that's pretty smart. Lucky ended up going kind of overboard. I mean, if you're trying to communicate ship in a bottle, I feel like, you know, the point is that it's this beautiful, intricate little thing. You know, it's delicate. But Lucky probably didn't need to go that hard with it. That was a little much. Probably could have just done a really basic little sailboat. But that's true, a boat does basically work by not sinking. Lucky's happy you like it. Just remembered I was gonna try to take my mouse apart to figure out why middle lick not work. Middle lick. Middle lick, middle lick. That's when you, well, I don't know. Um, um, Lucky hopes you can fix the mouse. Um, Middle click is important for gaming. Lucky knows that as a gamer. You gotta have all your clicks. You gotta have your side click for your quick melee. You gotta have your middle click for your pinging and your comms and stuff. RIP Lucky Stream. 2026. What happened? Did Lucky get canceled? Did Lucky did Lucky say something bad? There's a Kerpo named Tumbleweed who is the strongest OC I've ever created. That's so cute. Lucky stream, lucky stream. The stream did have a fatal error earlier, but um, you'll live forever. Thank you. Lucky will live forever. Lucky will be lucky stream forever. Lucky million years, lucky stream. 100 years, lucky swirl. She goes where she pleases. That's her power. She can save any stuck Kerpo. Oh, Tumbleweed is the strongest Kerpo. That makes sense. Tumbleweed. She goes where she pleases. I like that this Kerpo has like kind of cowboy energy. She's just a tumbleweed. Yeah, Kerpos probably don't get stuck very often because they're really squishy. They can just kind of squish around. They can just squish into or out of any place. Cat used to argue with me, but tumbleweeds don't go where they please. That's their whole deal. But I kept insisting that they simply wish to go where the wind takes them. That's true. If you were a tumbleweed, you know, you would have like the spirit of like a cowboy who is just like riding wherever the wind takes you. So really, tumbleweeds do go where they please. It's just where they please is determined by the wind. Kerpos are cephalopods. Yeah, that makes sense. Little squishy guys that can squish around and go anywhere and do all kinds of strange things. And it's like, what even is this organism? Yeah, exactly, right? Like according to natural selection, tumbleweeds do want to go with the wind. If you define want as like, you know, the will of nature, then tumbleweeds exist because they follow the wind. So really, that is exactly where a tumbleweed pleases, is with the wind. Lucky agrees. Lucky is entirely on your side. Sorry, Kat. Lucky fully agrees that, yeah, Akiri's very smart. Lucky appreciates how smart everyone is. Lucky is surrounded by really smart people all the time. Callie's really smart and Kiri's really smart. And, everyone understands the things that Lucky isn't smart enough to grasp at first. Lucky wants to draw more stuff. We have like, I guess we still have like half an hour left. Lucky is very carefully removing the page. It's kind of hard. It gets harder as you go, I think. Okay, Lucky put this over here. It's a Kerpo in a bottle. Lucky love that song. Kerpo in a bottle. Lucky blesses you with pony blessings. It's okay, you can sneeze, it's allowed. Lucky love you. Meow, meow, meow. The cat is meowing. Can you hear that on the stream? Yeah, thinking about skeletons and then remember Lucky Warframe. You thought the sneeze was a bird? What kind of bird? What bird sounds like that? I guess there could be certain frequencies that get through that sound bird-like. Or maybe some kind of like sneeze bird. Oh yeah, I guess parrots do kind of do that. Do you hear that cat? Do you hear them meowing? I don't know if that's coming through. What if I get close to him? That was a really good meow. Our cat is a little femboy, and he has the tiniest little meow. He's so cute. I'm giving him pets. I love this little cat. Yeah, he's a little baby. Lucky's gonna try to think of something else to draw. Oh my god, the cat's trying to bite Lucky's legs. It's not allowed. That's true. Lucky is usually done streaming by now, so the cat is probably restless. He's like, why are you still streaming? I mean, we could just quit early. It is half an hour later than usual, but Lucky wants to draw one more thing. Maybe Lucky will draw one more thing and then quit, because technical difficulties mean that we're an hour behind. What else can Lucky draw? The final Lucky drawing of the day. Something really good. Warframe drawing. Well, Lucky could try to draw a Warframe. I mean, yeah, we'll give it a try. Lucky's not one to turn down a challenge. But, like, yeah, difficult's in the way that a skeleton is difficult. A lot of anatomy, a lot of complicated parts. I mean, Lucky will try it. Lucky usually plays Ureli, but with that one particular head, it's been a while. What is the name of that one? Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay. Lucky's gonna try, because there's one with a unicorn horn, and Lucky uses that one on Ureli. I don't think we have any screenshots on hand of Lucky Ureli, so we're just gonna do our best. Here we go. We have a reference image of Ureli. Yeah, Lucky's going to simplify as much as possible. Ureli is just a jellyfish as a people. Ureli's really cute. She's a really good Warframe. Lucky's gonna try really hard to draw Ureli. She's gonna be like that, and with like a unicorn horn. And then she's got like some little, these guys. That's pretty good. And then she's got like, you know, kind of like that. And then this is where it gets tricky, because you got to draw the rest of her. That's the hard part, is drawing the rest of the Warframe. She's got a neck. She's got like, this part. And you've got like something there, and like some little guys there. And she's kind of like that. And then she's got like that, and then you got like her arms. She's got tiny little arms. She's very spindly. And then she's got like, she's kind of like that. And she's kind of like, she's doing a little peace sign. Yeah, because she's a cute skater girl. And then she's got like, she's got her compressor. That's her favorite weapon. It's like, it's a big bubble gun. And it's like that. And it's got like a little guy, and it's got like this guy, and it's got like a little thing there, and it goes like, it shoots a lot of bubbles. It goes like bubble, 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 bubble. Bubbles everywhere. And they explode, and they're so powerful. It's like the most OP weapon in the game. Okay, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still have to draw the rest of Ureli. but these are really cute bubbles. And then Lucky is going to draw the rest of her, and the rest of her is like, well, she's got like little sleeveys. Those might be too hard to draw. She does have little shoulder guys. We could at least do those. Yeah, it's close enough. And then she's got big skirt that's like, um, goes like, how does it go like? Goes like that. And then it's kind of like that and like that. And then it kind of goes like that. Well, that's not totally right. It's not the right length in the front. And, there's some parts that aren't right, but you get the idea. And then, you got like a little thing there. And then you've got like a little thing there. You got some other little details. She's kind of, all the warframes are kind of melty and organic. And then this is the important part. Actually, Lucky's gonna look closer at that helmet and make sure it's correct. Yeah, that's close enough. That's about as close as you can expect to get. I mean, she's got like, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, and then Lucky's gonna do the rest of her. She's got legs, and they're like that. This is the hard part, because if you don't get this right, then the whole thing's gonna look off. You go like that, and you get that, and then she's got her feet, and she's got something cute going on there. She's got her like thigh highs, and whatever's going on with her knees. I don't know, some other details. And what else? I mean, yeah, let's just say that there's like some more details there. Who knows? Um, now that we're looking at it, the proportions are a little silly, but we did our best. It's a first try. This is the kind of thing that could use a couple other tries. And then we could draw her like on Marilena. That's the most important part. She's not a skater girl without her skater jellyfish. But that's even harder. You've got like something going on there. I mean, who even knows at this point? The details are there's so much. They're so difficult. But she's zooming. You get the general idea. That was Lucky's first time ever trying to draw a Warframe, and honestly, not bad. Lucky thinks it's not bad. Aw, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, 10 out of 10 for the first time. I mean, honestly, Here's your Ellie, here's the compressor. It's not bad. It's pretty good. I don't know, Marilena turned out a little silly, but you know, sometimes you just go surfing on a fried egg and it's fine. It's a pretty cute Ureli. We should submit this. We should make this like one of the cosmetics you can get in the game. Show this at TennoCon, you know. Thank you, thank you. Lucky's really proud of it. Yeah, Lucky Colors. Lucky has this Ureli with Lucky Colors in the game. Lucky's gonna show it off on Wednesday, so everyone's gotta tune in for Warframe Wednesday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lucky's gonna catch up on the chat. There was a lot of stuff in the chat. Yeah, you should go to TennoCon. If it's only like a few hours away from where you live, that sounds so fun. Yeah. Honestly, they should add more hot fat girls to Warframe. That's like really every game should have that. It's kind of frustrating that people don't know the truth. It's a very good point. Lucky appreciates you saying it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lucky's so excited for Warframe Wednesday. It's going to be so much fun. We get to show off our Lucky Ureli and all our other frames. Lucky's got frames inspired by all the humongous characters. Lucky's got a Putt Putt frame and a Pajama Sam and a Freddy and a Spy Fox. And Lucky forgets what else. I think Lucky was going to do a Fatty Bear for like Grendel or whatever, but Lucky didn't play long enough to ever finish that. But Lucky's at least got the main four. The Pajama Sam frame is super cute. And the Putt Putt has Pep as like whatever the dogs are called in Warframe. Lucky doesn't remember. It's been a while. And Lucky has a Freddy that's also a Ureli. She has the bubble gun and stuff. And then Lucky also has a Spy Fox, which is low key, you know, because he can like turn invisible and stuff. It's really fun. Oh, Cora with a tummy. Didn't know that was a thing. Lucky has not been keeping up with Warframe. Lucky hasn't played Warframe in a long time. It's more fun with other people. I think it'll be a fun game to stream. I think streaming Warframe and playing with like a whole party and just like showing off frames and like people in the chat, you know, people watching the stream who have never experienced Warframe before, they'll get to see everything new for the first time. And I mean, that's the thing that gets, you know, a little old about Warframe is it's like it's a game that feels like you're supposed to play it forever, over and over and over again. But, you know, you kind of run out of things to do other than just kind of grind stuff. At least that's how Lucky feels. And so it'll be exciting to show new people and be like, look at all this cool stuff. I mean, the first time Lucky played Warframe, it was like magical. Lucky stayed up all night just like exploring all the different tile sets and all the different planets. It's a really special game. Lucky really does like Warframe a lot. Kitten noises. You could hear the kitten noises. Lucky's so happy. Our little kitten is so cute. He's got to be like, what, 4 or 5 by now? Probably 4. But he's probably just going to be a kitten forever. He's just a little squeaky boy. He does want mom. He always wants mom. He's like, mom, mom, mom. Come hang out with me. Come feed me. Come pet me. He always wants food or he wants zoomies. And if he has food and has zoomies, then he wants cuddles. And he just falls over and just wants to cuddle forever. He's really sweet. He's just like, either he wants food more than anything in the world, or he wants zoomies so badly that he will hurt you, or he wants cuddles, and he's the sweetest boy ever and will give you kisses. Yeah, those are the 3 most important things in the world. Lucky also always wants food or zoomies or cuddles. Lucky headphones turned off. There we go. They just turn off automatically sometimes if there's no sound coming through the computer. Lucky swirl. Lucky swirl. Lucky's really happy with this Urelli. It's okay that we had kind of a chill drawing day compared to, like, I feel like we drew. Pride be good. Our cat's name is Pride because he was born in June, or maybe he was rescued in June. I'm not sure, but he's named after Pride Month. I like to imagine that his full name is Gay Pride. Pride for short. Pride be good. You're a good boy. You're so cute. What was Lucky talking about? Oh yeah, Lucky was saying it's okay that we didn't draw as much as usual because because it was kind of a technical difficulties day with the fatal error and everything. Although honestly, we got a pretty good selection of drawings. Lucky's gonna just show them off one more time. Yeah, exactly. If he was rescued in July, he would be Wrath, and then he would be way too powerful. But he's Pride, which is he's just that's okay. It's okay to be prideful. It's okay to be proud. It's not the worst sin. Lucky doesn't care about sins. Lucky loves sinning. Um, just kidding. Lucky is a good pony. Lucky loved God. Lucky wanted God to give Lucky $1,000,000. Thank you, God. Um, anyway, here's your Ellie. um, God, please sponsor Lucky. Um, here's Danny and Wormwood watching the fireworks. They're like, wow. They're at the summer festival in heaven. And this is Danny and Wormwood sharing ice cream on the beach. And Wormwood's like, ooh, yummy. Neapolitan with a cherry on top. And this is Lucky drawing Danny and Wormwood playing carnival games. Wormwood's watching while Danny tries to get a halo on the bottles. There's a Kerpo stuck in a bottle and a ship that is outside the bottle. We don't know what happened here. Something is not right. And this is Danny and Wormwood at the Goggo Bears tea party, enjoying tea with the Goggo Bears. Danny is a little freaked out by the existence of Goggo Bears. Maybe Danny is allergic to Goggo Bears. Here we have Tiger Worm and Spider Worm, and here we have the Worm Tea Party with mushrooms for scale. Worm Tea Party honestly looks really nice. Looks really cozy. Something about drawing worms this way, they always just look like socks. They look like little tube socks, and that makes them look extra cozy and nice. Lucky always wants to hang out with worms like that. Thank you, thank you. A cat would say my mouse did not like being taken apart. That is a cat behavior. This was Lucky's warm-up, just drawing all the characters and some Goggo Bears. This is Wormwood kissing Godzilla. Just giving Godzilla a little smooch. Godzilla is just kind of like, whoa. Um, and then this was kind of a messed up Behemoth, but you get the idea. It's Wormwood and Behemoth, and then there's Behemoth hanging out on the island of puppies, where they put all the strange creatures they don't know what to do with across the Rainbow Bridge. And this was fun. This was Lucky traced Lucky, and then Lucky was trying to draw marble ponies with exposed organs that you can see through them. So Lucky drew some ponies, which is not normal for Lucky. Lucky wants to challenge Lucky and draw more complicated things like this. And then this one turned out kind of like an alien. But Lucky's pretty happy with the marble ponies. Yeah, everyone loves organs. And then this is the little creatures from Boys Go to Jupiter. And there's a peepee. And then this is Lucky's terrible comic for Draw a Terrible Comic Day, which was yesterday. Danny says, hey, Wormwood. And Wormwood says, what? And Danny says, something terrible happened. And Wormwood's like, ah. And Danny says, just kidding. And Wormwood is like, my reaction to that information. And that's Lucky's terrible comic. And that's everything Lucky drew today. Lucky's gonna lay them all out, and then we're just gonna kind of slowly wrap things up. It was a chill day. This was Lucky's first time drawing on camera, so, you know, we took it easy. Lucky's gonna arrange those. Lucky was corporeal for a second, and it was very scary. Lucky needs tighter sleeves. Lucky doesn't like to exist on the screen. Lucky needs gloves to not exist. If we want a corporeal Lucky, we got one right here. I mean, maybe someday Lucky will be brave enough to be on webcam all the time with like a face reveal and everything. It could be fun, but Lucky is shy. And also, what if it kills the magic? What if someone loves the little plastic pony Lucky and they don't want to see real Lucky? It's probably a silly thing to be afraid of, but yeah, friendship is magic. That's true. A pony mask would be really cute. A big pony furry mask. That would be really fun. Lucky wouldn't mind that, but those are expensive. But maybe someone could get it for Lucky someday. Lucky doesn't know where to put this drawing. There's too many drawings. Lucky's gonna put it right here. Yay. Lots of Lucky drawings. Yeah. Just like that. A pony mask would be really cute. Lucky wants like full pony suit, like just all over Lucky's body, but it would get very hot. Aww. Thank you. Both Lucky is cool and liked. That makes Lucky happy. Lucky want to exist on all planes of existence where Lucky is liked and cool. As long as Lucky can make friends and people will be nice to Lucky, Lucky will be happy. Lucky's really happy. Huge if true. Lucky's really happy. Well, this was really fun. Lucky's gonna wrap up a little bit early because it's been a long day of technical difficulties and trying new things. But thank you everyone for joining Lucky, for drawing. It's really nice hanging out and talking to people. It's really, really fun. Next week, Lucky's gonna probably do more Overwatch, maybe Overwatch and Marble Blast on the same day, and then Warframe Wednesday. And we're gonna play lots of Warframe. At least that's the plan. And then Thursday will be more drawing. Lucky will do this all over again, but draw lots of new different stuff, and it'll be really fun. Lucky will try to come more prepared and have ideas for more complicated things to draw, maybe like a whole comic with Danny and Wormwood doing something cute. Yeah, and it'll be really, really fun. And hopefully we won't have any more fatal hard drive errors. Marble Watch. Overwatch but with marbles. That would be really cute. Honestly, you could take some Overwatch maps and put them in Marble Blast like they did with TF2. And you can just roll around on the Overwatch maps. They might be kind of high poly, but oh yeah, just tiny wrecking ball. Just Overwatch, but only tiny wrecking ball, and you're just rolling around. That would be really cute, actually. Yeah. We could make a custom mode. We should make custom Overwatch modes sometime and show them off. Lucky has a lot of favorite modes. Like, Lucky invented a mode called Payload Paradox, where the payload gets slower as it progresses, and also, or no, the payload moves at normal speed as it progresses, but time slows down. And so everyone's moving in slow motion more and more as the payload gets closer to the end. Um, and I think since then they've limited the time scale more, so it's hard to make it quite as slow. The workshop is always changing, but we might be able to make it. It would be really fun to try payload paradox again, because it starts out like the payload's moving really fast, and you're like, this is going to be over soon. But then exponentially, as it gets closer to the end, it starts to slow down, and you realize this game is going to go on for a while. And it's really fun. Lucky likes that a lot. Oh yeah, we also had our femdom mode where we made all the girl heroes stronger and gave really silly nerfs to all the boy heroes. Um, but then like, people like Venture are just gonna be like the same as usual. So it's fun. Exploration of gender in Overwatch. And I think you just get random heroes. Like every time you die, you respawn as a random hero. So you never know if you're gonna be the femme or the one being dommed. So that's a fun Overwatch mode. Lucky also invented just like time shift deathmatch, where just like anytime anyone gets a kill in the free for all deathmatch, the time scale is randomized. And so sometimes it goes really fast and other times it goes really slow, and you just never know what's going to happen. And it could change at any moment. You could be like floating in low, like slow motion, and then like time speeds up really fast and you have to fight really fast. And then it slows down again, and maybe you get stuck in front of a sniper or something. It's a lot of fun. Gender watch. Mercy can kill you now. Yeah. Yeah. Mercy just as deadly as possible. Death time. It should be called death time. That should be what the death match is called. It's time to die. Time to kill. Because you got some time to kill. No time to kill. Yeah, that's a good one too. All time to kill. Some time to kill. Some time to kill is a pretty good name. Any time to kill. Killing time. It's a pretty good one. Timing kill. The opposite of killing time. If you're timing your kills, then you're certainly not just killing time. That's going to be pretty intense. If you're timing your kills, you got to be very careful about that. It's not something to be taken lightly. Whereas killing time is like, just total low stakes. Well, anyway, that's enough banter. This was really fun. Lucky have so much fun. Timing your kills sounds like a crazy challenge mode. Yeah, actually, that actually sounds really fun. Like, you have to get the kill at a particular time, like a rhythm game. A shooter where you have to only kill at a specific moment. And like the closer you are to that particular moment, the better your score is or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Aw, thank you. Lucky's happy it was a good stream. Lucky had a lot of fun. Honestly, there was a lot of fun things to draw. It turned out pretty good. At first it seemed like we weren't drawing that much, but by the end it always ends up being a lot of cute things. Lucky's so happy. Thank you, everyone. Lucky hopes every pony has a nice day. And Lucky will be back next week for lots of gaming and warframing and all kinds of fun stuff. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Yay, yay. Yeah, Lucky likes sleep early too. Thank you, Lucky will cuddle with the kitten. It'll be really nice. Lucky straw, lucky straw. Lucky straw, lucky straw, lucky straw. Bye, every pony. Lucky straw, lucky straw, lucky straw.